special guests with her today. Heidi, who do you have?
Hey, Chris, good morning, everyone. We've got 4 guys, but not just 4 guys from Chicago. These guys decided to leave the Windy City and head to the Big Apple, but they did it in a unique way. There was no car involved, but skateboards. 2 guys on skateboards, 2 guys that were the help that were also filming this for a documentary that they plan to call Shred America. We have to my right, Arthur Swedinsky, Michael Koschesa. We've got James Lagan and Tony Michael. These guys were the support crew. These guys were on boards. Almost 1,000 miles. The documentary is going to be called Shred America. Where did the idea come from, first of all, Arthur?
Well, Mike woke up one morning. He had a nightmare, apparently, and he calls me up. He says, yo, Arthur, you know, let's do something crazy. He just had kind of like a vision. And he says, yo, I'm like, well, I said, you know, what do you want to do? Well, you know, what's your crazy idea? And he says, yo, let's skate somewhere. And I say, where? He says, I don't know, maybe New York City. I'm like, you know what, that sounds pretty cool, let's do it. And so we're filmmakers, we decided, you know, let's go out. We're young, let's make this documentary, let's make it happen.
They made it happen. They made it happen through the elements, the Allegheny Mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, which got to be a little bit hard at times. Tell everybody, you guys pulled 100 pounds of equipment. What kind of stuff did you have with you?
We had tents, camping equipment, everything we needed to basically survive for a little while. If we needed to, water, clothes, all of the camera equipment that we had. We basically had our entire lives in here on the road.
They camped in tents, they camped on roadsides. You also, Tony, had to at least endure the weather, and there was a couple funnel cloud reports through some of the states.
It was crazy. Like we were actually going to camp out in Indiana, and then like in the distance we just see a funnel cloud forming, and we're like, oh man. So like we had to hightail it to a hotel, and like luckily we got there before like the major storm hit.
Not always without injuries. In fact, there was a couple injuries. Michael, tell us about one in particular.
In Ohio, I clipped my foot clipped the back tail of my board, and I fell flat forward, and then James ran over me with the bike and trailer.
But they're here to talk about it today, so that's good. Shred America is the documentary. We'll talk to them a little bit on the way back, on the back end. Let's get to the weather, though, for right now, and let's take a look from a tour east to west on our weather map. Scattered storms in the southeast, beautiful weather in the northeast, severe storms in the midwest, and it's beautiful for the Pacific Northwest. That'll do it for your weather around the nation. Let's get a check at the weather right where you are.